Hey, 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 hey. We're here. We're here. We are here. We're live. Guru, say what's up.
What's going on, fans out there? What's going on?
Tito. Let me see if I can get Tito back in here. I think his screen messed up on my computer. Per usual, but we gonna get him back. Oh, we got him back. Hold on. Hold on, T. 1 second. 1 second. Let's get you in here. Boom. Say what's up, Tito.
What up? What up? How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How was your weekend?
It was good. I worked on Saturday, so
Oh,
other than that, pretty low key.
uh,
Sports,
yeah.
football, holiday football on Sunday. So it's low key as always.
Cool, cool. Everybody, if you're in here, give us a thumbs up. Let us get a thumbs up. A thumbs easy. There you go, Nolan. I see you in real life. Guru, how was your weekend?
How was my weekend? Was pretty good. Hey, as you can
I
see,
see you,
you
Guru.
know,
I didn't see you at first, but now I can finally see you. I can see you.
I am here. How about your weekend?
It was pretty good. It was cool watching the games on Sunday, but my Monday was better. But we'll get into that later. But yeah, weekend was cool. Barbecued, of course. Did some work, got some exercise in. Yeah, doing the best I can. I'm getting kind of tired of being cooped up in the house, going kind of crazy, but just getting out there trying to do some things. It was nice. So, you know, every weekend is the same.
I just wanted to real quick. Wanted to tell you guys before we get started for this great week. I gave you guys a gift for the Cowboys' victory this week, and every week there's going to be some type of victory celebration when the Cowboys win. So I have a slice for you and Tito, you know, each week. And if you can't get it, then I'll have it for you. But I just want you fellas to know that
Uh,
so I got you guys covered. All right, you just whenever you're ready. All
man, you
right,
ever seen the Nacho Libre where he's like, "Get that corn out of my face! Get that cowboy cake out of my face!" Uh,
you can have milk or
nobody,
water.
nobody
Take
cares
your
about
pick.
that cake or the Cowboys. But we'll get into that later. As you guys can see, the viewers, we got the NBA playoffs. We're talking about the Chicago new hire. We're talking about Monday night. Then we're gonna go to some Sunday games. Then we're gonna talk about the quarterbacks trending up, trending down. We're gonna talk contender slash pretender. Our top five. Let's just do top five NFL power rankings. And then I need you to pull. I need you guys to see from last week's show where you were right and where you were wrong. And you really got to. That's the last one. And then we're gonna get into some UFC previews. And then we're gonna preview the show on Friday. And also before we get done with the NFL, we're gonna reveal the picks from last week. Who won? Who's winning? And yeah, somebody. Let's just say somebody had a great week and somebody had a horrible week. We'll give it away later. But first, let's start off with the NBA playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers were up 2-0, had the chance to win. To go up 3-0. But yesterday, the Denver Nuggets, man, they do what they do. They go back to the drawing board and they figure it out and they come back swinging. How do you guys feel about that game? Go ahead, Guru.
Man, I can tell you right now, they are for real. I felt at first when they were in their last series that okay, well they're up and coming contender like the Celtics,
Yeah.
but when they walked down the Clippers and then they came in this game wanting respect, I really see that they got their respect now. They really could be up 2-1, you know. And it just goes to show you the resilience of that Denver team, man. They know how to space it out. They're gritty on defense, and this is going to be a hell of a series.
Yeah, go ahead, Tito.
Oh, Denver's been for real. I mean, they're there for a reason. Like yes, they were down, 3-1 on the Clippers. They won handedly. Rightfully so. So they deserve to be there. We can't say, oh, they're a pretender or not a contender. They're there for a reason. It's the bubble. It is what it is. They could be up 2-1. I personally think it would hurt them if they were up in the series. And the reason is when they were down 3-1, they brought it. Like every game was an
Uh
elimination
huh.
game, and they thrive on it. Their record with elimination, I think, stemming from last year, they've only had one loss, which is when they got out, in the second round last year, but they bring it. So it's like, to me, if they were up, I think it would actually hurt them, in my opinion, because they're used to being behind and they have that fire. What's going to motivate them? Obviously, they have the championships that will get there, but the Lakers. I mean, I still think the Lakers pull out the series. I think they're the team, but it's they got to be careful. They definitely got to be careful. They had a nice little run. I mean, they turned it on yesterday. In the fourth quarter, they made it a respectable game, but it's just like short. So it's like with it. But Denver's been for real. I won't take them for granted. They're there for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, I feel it. I think earlier in the season, people picked Denver to be one of the top teams in the West. And the season, they kind of got. I think it kind of got flustered with like Luka coverage and Clipper coverage. Like I think those two teams were like the hot teams, and of course the Los Angeles Lakers. But the Denver Nuggets are steady there, and the coaching staff, man, for them to go back and the players to really respond like that every single season. I mean, series like they did. Like you said, they did it versus the Clippers, but they did it versus the Utah Jazz first. And it's like a lot of teams, I think, me personally, I think some teams just don't have what it takes to go to the drawing board and really make adjustments. And this team is really making adjustments. Like all the players, they really doing what they're supposed to do. So I think the Lakers could still pull it out, but I won't be surprised if they don't. I really won't be. Excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll see. Let me check on the Eastern game right now. Oof.
The Celtics and the Heat.
It is.
I think it was pretty close. I think it's within like 5 points of each other.
Yeah, maybe next time we come on after. Nah, I gotta go to sleep. But where's the score at? Come on, internet. My intertweets ain't working right now. Oh yeah, 84-80 in the fourth quarter. 9 minutes and 33 seconds left. The Heat are up 84-80. So yeah, by the end of the show, we'll probably have a result. Who do you guys think's gonna pull out this game? Miami's up 2-1.
I think Miami takes it. I still, go, but they're the streakier ones. Hayward, it was good to say with the Celtics though. I know
Yeah,
that 100%, but an 80% of them. I mean, he still makes $30 million, and it's just like, he definitely. I think the way that the schedule is kind of laid out, help them in getting them back. But we'll see by the end of the week, because I think both series should end by.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Excuse me. Yeah, I had heard an interview. I was listening to an interview about with Kevin Durant in it, and they was asking him a few questions about the bubble. About he has the Lakers versus the Heat in the finals, and he said the Lakers gonna win it all. But he said one thing. One of the coaches said, 20 years from now, somebody throws the bubble ring on the table. Are you laughing at it, or are you taking it serious, like the championship ring? And I know it was questions early on about if people going to respect the bubble ring, and he said, I think he was right. He said, yeah, people got to respect the bubble ring. Like, you think it's funny, but for those guys to be in that bubble for 4 months, 3 months, and really be locked in and really be the last man left to where you really can't see the people you need to see. Like, I'm pretty sure LeBron wants to get home and tend to his family. Haha, that's a joke. But, yeah, so I give the bubble ring guys respect. But moving on, talking about my coach of the year, Billy Donovan. He resigned from him and OKC mutually parted ways a month ago, and he has found a new team, the Chicago Bulls. Tito, I know that's your team, so I'm gonna let you go first with that. How do you feel?
Well, I guess, what did I say? I guess he's cool. right?
Yeah.
No, it's it's a good hire. The reason it's a good hire is I think we mentioned it on the show. When we were talking about Billy Donovan, I saw him as a coach that can develop young players. Like, he was a college coach. He did that for a while and had success, with Florida, and then he's been with OKC for a while and had success there too. But this year, you really saw, when yeah, you had an old Chris Paul, but I mean rejuvenated, right? Changed his lifestyle, diet, everything like that. Um, you know, Giving value and giving worth, like he still has stuff, gas left in the tank, but it was that young team. Like that team was really, really young, and he got them playing really, really well. And I think that's his MO, in my opinion. Yeah, he had the Durant, he had the Westbrook, but I feel like that's his MO. And Chicago is a young team. They don't have a legit superstar. I mean, I know Levine's there; he's a big name. Um, and they got some young guys coming up. Carter. I'm a big fan of Carter. But it is one of those where I think it's a good hire. I think this has the GM all over him. It's actually the assistant GM for Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So, the one of the major architects of putting together Denver and what they're doing is running the Bulls now. So, hopefully, hopefully they're building this team right, but I mean, to me, only time will tell. And I'm always, as a fan, as a Bulls fan, I can admit that. Um, I'm always going to be a little skeptical because I'll put them up there with franchises like the Cleveland Browns. Where it's like they keep step of the way, but it seems like the GM has a staple all over them. Donovan, I think, is a hire. It's a young team, so yeah, I guess he's going to be my guy now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Marcus says he doesn't think that Billy Donovan can get good players to Chicago. I don't know. We'll see. I think Kobe White, Levine. We'll see. I like Levine. He's pretty cool. I don't like him as slam dunk champion, but he's a pretty good player. A nice little scorer. Talking about the Cowboys. Not yet. Almost. So yeah, I don't know. Who got hired for New York? Was it Tom Thibodeau?
Nah.
I believe so.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thibodeau is New York, and then you have Steve Nash as the Nets.
So out of these new head coaches, who do you give the most win? Oh, never mind. Let's not talk about the Nets because a healthy KD, he's gonna win a lot more games than the Knicks. Out of Chicago and their new coach, and New York and their new coach, the old school '90s, big teams. Who do you think will have a bounce back? Who will bounce back first in the next couple of years with their new coach?
I think Chicago.
What about you, Guru?
The Knicks haven't changed. The Knicks haven't changed their owner.
I would have to say Chicago. The Knicks are dysfunctional.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I like Kobe White and Levine. They might be. I don't know. I think they can get some people to Chicago if they play pretty good this next season under the new coach, and he really gets them to play like how he coaches. I think if you can lock down Levine, you might attract different people to come to Chicago if they play well next year.
Levine needs to live up to the player that people expect him to be, and he hasn't done that.
Yeah.
And he needs to stay healthy, because he could be that player. Marcus, I see you in the comments. He could be a legit, an elite player in the league, but he needs to stay healthy, in my opinion. But he is locked down. Thanks to Sacramento, a couple years ago, but he signed a big old contract. I mean, it's a max contract. And he is the Bulls at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he can do, what Billy Donovan can do. I think Billy Donovan, hey, I pegged him as one of the best coaches in the NBA, so I can't wait for right now. I have to stick with it. All right. So basketball is over. Not over, but we'll come back towards the end once the game is over and give our analysis. But let's switch over to football. I know we were gonna start with the Sunday games, but I thought no, I'm gonna start with the game. I want to start with and Guru. The game is Monday night game in Las Vegas. The Raiders, 2-0. Guru, you picked them to lose. You said they were not doing nothing. You do not trust John Gruden, Derek Carr. You said they were trash. You said they had a no fighter's chance to win this game. I literally said Michael Thomas is out. Drew Brees is gonna struggle. Like he always struggles, but he has Michael to bail him out, and he was not in that game. So I feel like I called it a perfect prediction. Nostradamus. I am
Who's your favorite team?
the Raiders.
Oh, okay. Wow, what a
Hey,
pick! I tell you.
hey,
Hey,
I'm not a Raiders
Tito.
fan. I'm not a
Tito
Raiders
was on
fan. I
that.
picked them.
He was on the hype too. Now it's not the fact that he was on the hype. He just looked at it on paper and said, "What makes sense? A Raiders W." So shout out to you, Tito.
Listen, this is what I would like to say about the game, and shout out to the Raiders and Derek Carr. He played a very efficient game, for the season. He has a 115 QBR. What concerns me is Henry Ruggs the third. You spent basically $20 million for a guy who's a one-trick pony so far. He has 8 targets, 5 catches four catches for 59 yards on the season. So they're gonna have to find a way to get him going. Now, to his credit, he did get a
That
pass
would have been like
interference.
48 yards.
Um,
Yes, thank you.
and also Derek Carr overthrew him twice in week 1, which is the
Yeah.
major concern here. Okay, because Derek Carr's completion percentage is so high. A lot of people think, well, golly, he's really efficient. You know, those passes are they can doing 6-7 yards. We still know, based on the offense, that Gruden doesn't quite trust him downfield, but he's going to take shots. But here's my concern, and this is what I feel about the Raiders right now. Whether Derek Carr comes back or not, this will tell the tale, and I'm going to show you right here. The next 6 games will tell the stories. The Raiders will play the Patriots, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, who, by the way, Todd Bowles' defense, I do know. The Browns, who does have a respectable defense, but their offense is questionable, and then the Chargers. Within that 6 games, I want to say on the stretch, I want to give them 2-4, but I have them down as 1-5, all because of Derek Carr. So I do like what they have, but I still have questions about the quarterback. I don't want to drink the juice quite yet on Derek Carr. He has to beat these teams in order for me to take the Raiders seriously. He's got to go at least 500 in these 6 games.
Yeah, I hear that. That we all know that the Raiders didn't catch any breaks when it came to the schedule. But I will say this: I'm optimistic that we can win on Sunday. Well, our pick'em show is on Friday, so I'm not going to give away my picks too much. But I guess I'll give away that one. I think they're gonna pull it off on Sunday in New England, because I just felt like, for what you just said, like you kind of making my point for me. Like you said something about Ruggs being like not say a problem, but like a one trick pony. He's the one trick pony we need. Like that's literally what we need. We have a star running back. We have a star tight end. We just need that vertical star stretch receiver that can get down the field. That's why we wanted Antonio Brown so bad last year. Because just imagine if Carr can kind of get on par with throwing a ball downfield. And they're taking the shots. Like you said, he missed some shots. And then we got a pass interference this last game. But
that's on Derek.
But this is the new Derek.
This is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. I actually agree with you, Ramir. Ruggs is who you guys need, because you have to account for him. I'm sorry, but you have to account for him. Yes, I know he's a rookie. His speed is ridiculous. But you have to account for him. That safety is going to cheat every single time you send him down. What does that do? Jacobs, Waller. Like it's gonna open them up to have your studs go out and do what they did. I mean, you saw it on Monday. Waller was out of this world yet again. Like, 3 little drop passes, 10 little go to, like, even when he was covered, he was palming that ball, right? Like he was like, "Get out of here. Let me take it," right? But it's I think that's what they need. You still have to account for him because when you start saying, "Oh, he's not going to do anything," just watch him. I do agree one thing though with you, Guru, in that I don't trust Derek Carr. Everybody knows that, and that our watchers know I'm not a fan whatsoever.
Haters.
But last, it was all on him. Like every loss was on him, and it's like if he turned it just a notch, if he got that one extra play or if he threw it to Waller, like it definitely making that play, handing it off to, hit the little screen to Jacobs, it definitely is one of those where they could have won a lot more football games if he just made that
Yeah.
last or like that first decision, in my opinion. Now, 9 times out of 10 is when he held it too long or when he wanted to run. Like, I still think he has the most fumbles out of the, or like the most touchbacks, fumbles in the end zone than any person in the NFL since that rule ever came into existence. But I, I see none but good things at this very moment.
Yeah, I think,
Um,
man, the offensive line, like this past game, Derek Carr was able to stand up for so long. Like sometimes he like had too much time and he made the wrong play. Like you got like 8, 9 seconds. That's unheard of in the NFL. If we keep playing like that and getting these receivers back, like, and I'm gonna say this next name and it's gonna throw you guys off because I've been trashing him ever since he was born. I said he couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the snow. He couldn't. He couldn't. He couldn't catch. He couldn't.
can't catch a
I said he
baby.
couldn't catch HIV if he had a blood transfusion from Magic Johnson because he can't catch. But Nelson Aguilar, he's been catching. He's been catching.
Nah.
He's been playing.
Get out of here, man. They got two young.
And we got
studs
Edwards,
that
6'3",
played the wrong way.
6'3",
There you go.
225, and he's out there looking.
Edwards. I'm a big fan of Edwards. I've said his name
Guru said he
before.
might be the best rookie this year for
Yep.
the Raiders. Didn't you
I
say that,
think he's
Guru?
I think he's going to be one of the top receivers.
Yep.
Edwards is going to be one of the top receivers. It definitely found a diamond in the rough there. I mean, I play. This is the only year that I don't play college fantasy football. But he was on my squad the past 3 years. Like it definitely is somebody that I'm very familiar with when he played in South Carolina. So that guy is a stud. I mean, I won't take anything away from Renfro, man. He's a great little slot receiver. Like
we have
it's
receivers,
good, man.
We have hurt receivers right now too with Williams. So I'm not. And one more thing, and it's before we move on and talk about another team that I don't want to talk about, but we will. My last Raider point is let's not act like they didn't play the Saints. The New Orleans Saints give everybody's problems. They beat up Tampa Bay Buccaneers first week, beat them up, and Drew Brees scored 17. The offense scored 17 points in the first half, 0 the second. This team is not no slouch, no slouch.
Well,
No, not slouch. Nah, go ahead, go.
I will say this going forward, and surprise, the Saints are a slouch. You just found out against the Raiders. If you look at Drew Brees' numbers for the year, I mean, so far he has 472 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has a 93.5 QBR, and the thing is, he can't push the ball past 15 yards. He left about 10 good plays out on the field that were easily Drew Brees makeable 2 years ago. He was the linchpin. The defense got good pressure on Derek Carr. Kudos to Derek Carr because he was able to get the ball off quick. The running game really worked for the Raiders well. The short game worked well. But let's just talk about the elephant in the room. That was an old man quarterback who ran out of gas basically at halftime. And what you're going to see, like I told y'all before the season,
About Tom Brady.
these two guys, or you're going to see them fall off a cliff. They're being propped up by young players. But what you're going to see is when the quarterback has to carry the team and get those wins, they can't do it because Drew Brees at any other time could have won that game without Michael Thomas. This game, he just looked like he was below average. I mean, kudos to the Raiders, but, you watch going forward. The Saints will not make the playoffs.
I don't I I see your point. I don't necessarily
Sit down.
agree, in
Sit
my
down.
opinion. I'm saying it for the sake of argument or anything like that, but from what I've seen from what I saw in this last game against the Raiders as well, at least in the second half for the Saints, yes, I am seeing a little bit of a drop off with those quarterbacks. I necessarily say their rise and fall, or the fall, as you're saying, is going to come from them. The one thing that I've seen in these past games, especially with the Bucks, more so than the Saints, but once I make this point, hopefully you'll agree, or hopefully you'll see what I saw in the second half in that Saints game. Their defense is playing very undisciplined football at the moment. With the Saints, the penalties. Get it? I'm not saying it went one way or went another, but very undisciplined football. PIs, just getting it out of position, stuff like that. I saw that with the Bucks. That's their defense in a nutshell. I mean, Bruce Arians is notorious for having undisciplined individuals. Like, it's a young team. You need to get behind it. I mean, some of that play reminded me, sorry, Rainier, but reminded me of the Raiders, 2 years ago, Gruden's first year, or could have been three, where they led the league in penalties. Like, it's just very undisciplined football. And I feel like that's going to be their downfall, in my opinion, at least from the first couple of games. But I do see the drop off. I don't think it's going to be a big cliff, because I mean, to me, Tom Brady's still going to be the GOAT. And he had flashes yesterday. Yeah, they weren't playing a top-notch team, but he was putting the ball where he needed to. So
Are you talking about Breeze or Brady?
Brady,
Sunday.
Brady, but Breeze too. I would say Breeze too. I mean, they were in that game towards the end. It wasn't like a complete blowout or anything. He was still moving the ball.
Guru, give us our credit. We won the game. But speaking of,
You did.
we didn't. At least we won the game handily. This next game we're talking about barely got it off the
Yeah.
skin of their teeth. And if you guys would have lost, it would have been a whole different conversation from your head coach Mike McCarthy. Let's get into the Atlanta versus Dallas. We know Atlanta was up 20-3, like always. The Cowboys come running back, score a couple touchdowns. After they elect not to kick a field goal, and they could have tied the game, and they would have never been in all that trouble anyway. But let's just forget that. ATL is still up, and well, go ahead, Guru. I don't want to go too. How did you see the game when ATL was up? What happened?
What I saw was a team that was not in rhythm, playing flat. I'm gonna give credit to Atlanta. They were beating us to the punch. It was hitting us in the mouth early and often, and it rattled us. I'm not gonna lie, but it just goes to show that I think it showed Dak's greatness, because every time there was an opportunity for him to make a play on their miscue, he made it happen. So I won't say Atlanta gave us the game. You got to play to the end. You have to play to the end, and that's what we did, and that's why we're champions, and that's why we're a playoff team. This right here will propel us moving forward, because it just goes to show you that, hey, if you just hang in there at the very beginning, you can finish out strong. Don't get in the hole like that. Exciting game. Exciting.
That was an exciting game. I will give you that. But it shouldn't have been an exciting game. You guys play. It's like two dumb teams came together. Like, how can we outdumb each other? In Atlanta, they basically won this because let's just call it spade a spade. They literally didn't know the onside rules kick and just let the ball just come to you guys. Like, shout out to Zerline. Ain't this your kicker's name? He booted that. I didn't think he was.
Yes, regular.
I didn't think he was gonna make it. So shout out to him. That was a good play on that part. Dak played good, but for the most part, in all those quarters, the offense looks unimpressive. And I think Dak Prescott is running into what it feels like to be a real quarterback. Like, when he came in, he had the greatest offensive line. He had some great talent around him. And now, the offensive line is not number one no more. People finding them out, and they have to win games. So now, I'm not saying Dak is horrible, because he did will his team back to win the game. So I will give him credit for that. But I don't think looking at this team, it's like I don't think y'all an elite team right now. Like beating a team like the Atlanta
Yep.
Falcons, coming back from all that, and making the wrong play calls from the head coach position. It makes me, I'm real suspect on that team as a whole. Like, come on, man. Like, what are you guys doing? You can't find plays to get these guys open. You don't know what the right plays to run. You trying to do like fourth downs. You want to not go for kick, not get points. Like, come on, your defense can't stop a nosebleed. So go ahead,
I
Tito.
agree.
Go ahead, Tito.
Yeah, I mean, I, I'm trying to find the right words because everybody knows I hate Dallas with a passion. Like, that's my rival. I can't, if you can't, say anything good, don't say anything at all, right? But it's like that wasn't an entertaining game. Like that game was the poo-poo of all poo-poos. Like I think I saw OBJ, salivating at the mouth watching this
Ha!
game.
I got
Like,
that one.
But that's really, yeah, I mean, they were a miracle onside kick, like Rainier, like outdumbing the dumb, situation from potentially being 0-3 because who do they play this week? But it, it's it's one of those things where, okay, it is what it is. Like I'll give it to you, but the only reason, in my opinion, that Dak got those numbers that they were so high throwing is because you were down three scores. Of course, you're gonna have to air it out, like change it, go to a different thing. So it's like it really was Atlanta's loss and not the Cowboys' win. But I'll give you the benefit because a win like this could propel your team to fight. Could say, "Oh shit," excuse my language, but could be a spark that they need. I don't think they get it because they're gonna run into who they run into on Sunday, but it is one of those situations where uh, it's yeah, man. I did not like this game. It was ugly from start to finish, in my opinion. And you guys lucked it out, but Atlanta's notorious for that. I mean, if you guys would have lost this game, McCarthy would have been in talks of like, oh, did they make the wrong move? Do they got to make a switch? I mean, it's Jerry Jones's team anyways. He's still the head coach, in my opinion. You guys have the same offensive coordinator. Like you had the Clapper, as your coach for what, 10 years? You have the same offensive coordinator for how long now? Like it is one of those situations where they wouldn't have done that. Quinn, the head coach from Atlanta better watch out because if you don't start putting some wins together, he better be out too. But yeah, man.
I'll say this. It sounds like somebody on the Washington team who didn't want to share first place in their division, and that's okay because I completely understand. I think what it showed also is that Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback at top echelon, and then this week when we go to Seattle, he'll prove that.
Okay. You said Dak Prescott is an upper echelon. I'm looking at the quarterbacks right now, and our next thing is quarterbacks trending. He might be the upper echelon quarterback in the NFC East right now. Because briefly, we don't have to talk about the game, but we can talk about the quarterback play. So it's a tale of two guys. Jared Goff, Carson Wentz went head to head, and watching that game, Carson Wentz is losing the game for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's not doing them no favors. He's losing the game. Excuse me.
I don't know who the announcer was. But whoever was announcing that game said something along those lines. Said you have to start thinking about Hurts in that situation.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he's making flat-footed throws. He's throwing stupid interceptions. He's running around like I think we said before the season even started that Carson Wentz I for sure wasn't a fan of him. Not saying a fan of him, but I said Carson Wentz might be overrated because he had that one good flash season.
I said it.
And that he might have a horrible year because he might try to live up that whole, it was me and it wasn't Nick Foles that got the team to, that was, the blessing to the team. and he's falling on his face. And people were all out on Goff, and like Jared Goff, I'm gonna be basically a homer. I've been a big Jared Goff fan because he went to Cal. Cal is in Berkeley. Berkeley's right down the street. So I've been following Jared Goff his whole college career. I love that he went #1, and I'm love that he made the Super Bowl, even though he didn't play well in there. But I'm liking the fact that him and McVay are clicking and they're doing everything that they have. Like they have all these receivers who, not say nobody wanted, but people didn't really believe in, and they really showing up and playing out. And we all know when. Who dog is that? Now I know it's Gurus. I know Tito got cats, but we all know when the Rams get a good running game, Goff goes off. And when they're clicking on all cylinders, they're hard to stop. And down, Aaron's playing good. Jalen Ramsey, that seems like a good pickup. I know they picked him up last year, but I'm glad that they solidified him and gave him the money. Because for right now, even last week when he did the little fake pass interference, it's starting to pay off. And I'm thinking Goff, his career has always been way better than Carson Wentz. And I don't know why people are so high on Carson Wentz. And Carson Wentz is like the second best quarterback in this division. Because right now, as far as the way they plan, you have to put Dak in front of Carson Wentz at the moment. I will say that I'm not a big Dak hater, but I'm not. But I see with my eyes. I'm looking at the game when Carson Wentz is playing, and he's telling me what he is. Go ahead.
I'll agree. I'll agree. I'll say Dak is the best NFC East quarterback at the, and he's going to be, in my opinion.
Yeah. So as far as not these two quarterbacks, but any quarterback trends, who's trending up for you, Guru, and who's trending down?
Yep.
Oh, Guru, I can't hear you.
I can tell you who's trending down right now. So I have 5 quarterbacks. I'm just going to jot out real quick and tell you that these are the ones that are trending down. So we have, excuse me, Matt Ryan, 723 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's not really doing that bad, but he's not finishing games.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of trending down. They need to get a win. Drew Brees. He has 472 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has a 93.5 QBR. He started to tail off as games, get into that second half. Number 4 on that list is Matthew Stafford. 341 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 83.2 QBR. Again, he is not playing well. He just cannot keep his team in games in Detroit. Number 4 on that list we have is Kirk Cousins. Cousins right now he's doing abysmal.
He should be 5 right now. He didn't even complete 10 passes.
He was 372 yards, 2 touchdowns, to 4 interceptions. He has a QBR right now of 61.9, so that's abysmal. You're not going to win with a QB with a QBR of 61.9. Okay, and number 5 on that list, lo and behold, is Carson Wentz. All right, 512 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a QBR of 64.4. You're not going to win with that.
Guru, I think for the first time ever in the show history, I might have. I think you might have. I agree. You went 5 for 5 right there.
Yep, I think so too, man. I mean, you called a spade, man. Detroit.
Man,
I mean,
can't win with those numbers.
I'll give you Breeze trending down for sure, but it's like I would actually put Breeze over Brady at the moment, just in play wise, in my opinion. He outplayed him in that game 1. I'll give him the edge, but
what about Jimmy G though?
I think you hit
Jimmy G right now. He's kind of masked. I didn't put him in there because they had a convincing win, despite the injuries that they had.
Yeah.
He's sure enough though. His numbers are not good, but it's their running game is off the charts. And Reed, who played for Washington, has filled in nicely at tight end to give them the points they need.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the Niners, they had a whole bunch of injuries. It's like someone took their voodoo dolls and gave them to like a preschool, and everybody's playing when they just start. Let's just break ACLs and ankles because everybody's getting hurt. Everyone's getting hurt. Who was your quarterbacks trending up? If you can think of 5 quarterbacks.
Hey, trending up, man. Can we just start with my star of the week, Russell Wilson? Let's go with the top of the tops. 610 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, a QBR off the charts of
Yep.
140. And while we at it, let's go ahead and do the run up with Aaron Rodgers, 604 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 119 QBR. These guys are hot right now. They can do no wrong. There's no excuse for any type of we didn't have a preseason. These guys have come ready to play the season so far.
Okay, Tito, you got any other quarterbacks?
Trending up.
Yeah, trending up.
I mean, he called it. I mean, Russell Wilson. I was texting my brother over the weekend, and I just think he's different at this moment, man. He's just on a different level, different stratosphere. He's just playing very, very different. Like that confidence, you can definitely see it. It's only been 2 games, but those receiving core he's putting ridiculous numbers.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with Gurus. The only one that I think is going to be trending up, though, man, and I really liked what I saw from a rookie, Herbert. I know there was a spot starter for the Chargers. I know that they lost that game, but that rookie was not playing like a rookie. He definitely took it, took the opportunity and ran with it. And to me, I think I'm pretty sure he's going to start next week.
He will be.
Up, but it definitely is one of those where just seeing that performance, I'll put him as one of my trends, even though it was only 1 game.
Man, I feel y'all. I'm gonna pick a quarterback in a losing effort as one. I think this is the only week he's gonna trend. 'Cause I think he's gonna hit a steep downhill come Sunday. Cameron Newton, number 1, New England Patriots. I might have to give it to him. He played a good game.
Boy, did he!
Like we said, I think I said it the first week after the first game. Like he's running a little bit, but he's going through his progression. Like if you look at the game, especially on that Sunday night game in front of the whole America, like you see him, he's counting one, he's looking, and he's coming back and he's making his throws. Like to me, he does look a little bit older. Of course, that comes with age. Like you're not gonna run as fast. Obviously, he couldn't make that last play. That was really a dumb play call. Why would you run that play? Josh McDaniel, come on, man. The fake worked, but you should have did the fake. You should
making the run option pass, right?
Yeah.
Like they did on that.
Yeah, they should have did that one, man. I would have had a good Sunday if I would have won that game. But anyway, I thought Cam Newton did a good job. I don't think he's gonna win this Sunday. I think he's gonna kind of be, I think it's gonna be the first time the Patriots be 1-2 in a couple of years. I think they will lose on Sunday. I think Cam Newton, he's.
Who do they play?
I don't know.
Please tell us.
They play the Las Vegas Raiders in New England.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Raiders.
Yeah, to me,
who's your favorite team? Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's not even because they're my favorite team. Like I'm literally looking at this game. Like, all right, Cam Newton has some good. He can wow us. He can do that. But
I don't know. What does the pick expert say?
Oh man,
I don't know.
What's the pick expert say? Go ahead.
Patriots. Patriots by 3.5 easily.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'll say just.
Gotta be.
I will save this conversation for Friday.
I won't give it out. The pick expert. That's me, by the way. That is me.
We get it.
I won't give it away, but you can guess.
The Raiders. He already knows. Cam Newton, he did a good job on Sunday, but I don't think with those well, we'll get more into it on Friday. I don't want to go into my picks right now.
I do want to give.
Yeah,
I definitely gotta give.
Nice.
I definitely got to give him some love. I mean, that guy is fast. That guy. I think he runs a little too much, and it might catch up to him. But he's been playing. He's been playing the
Man,
past 2
I
weeks.
hate Cal. No, I don't
Doesn't
hate him,
someone
but
have to catch him first? Someone's got to catch him first. They couldn't
Yeah,
do that. Washington couldn't do that. Someone's got to
I
catch
I
him first.
I feel you, Ramir. Though the hate is there because he turned down the Oakland A's. I definitely do feel you on that.
Thorne.
He turned down a lot of money too, but hey, he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Ain't nothing, not a bigger job out there. So
Jared Goff trending up too. Let's not forget about. Let's not forget about Jared.
He is
You know
trending
who
up.
else is? And this is my last sleeper pick. I know you guys might say I'm crazy, but I'm going. Ryan Tannehill right now.
yeah,
He's
you
throwing.
crazy. You lost me.
He's throwing touchdowns. He's not turning the ball over. He's throwing touchdowns. I think he probably has like 7 touchdowns on the season. He threw 4 on Sunday. Let's not discount. Let's not discount Tannehill.
Yeah, I picked them to win. It was all right. They just squeaked that out. I mean, hey man, Jacksonville's not laying down, right? They,
They are contenders. You heard it here
yeah.
first. Guru, they are contenders.
Minshew, man, that guy does not have lose in his DNA. Like that guy's just gonna go out there and sling it. That guy, what Baker Mayfield wants to be.
Yeah.
But
And you know, yeah.
what about Rodgers, man? Raymir,
Nah.
I want to see you give Rodgers some love, man.
Nah. Guru said it. He said it. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers are playing lights out, and I said I agree. That's all.
Those two are the,
Aaron
those two are
Rodgers,
the top.
yeah, they're the top right now, and they're playing pretty good. To me, in the NFC, those are the best quarterbacks in the
Yeah.
division in the NFL right now. Like they're playing better.
Just imagine if Rodgers had receivers that can catch. You know how many touchdowns they've dropped this year so far?
How many?
He's got good receivers.
He has good. I mean, he has Adams. Lazar is playing really well. Valdez Scantling. That guy has dropped 4 touchdowns already, man. Like,
Aaron Jones is
Yeah.
playing good too at running back. But this back to like they should have just drafted a skill position player in the draft though. Like I kind of felt like they.
I don't know.
Nah, they kind of.
I don't know if that would have made any difference because these receivers aren't making a difference right now, except for ours.
He the weakest one.
Like-
What are you talking about?
He had over 100 yards receiving.
Garbage
last
time
week.
though. But when it, never mind.
No, it couldn't have been. 'cause
I
we
know,
won,
I
but
know.
listen to
Dang,
this.
dude, but he just doesn't look impressive. In the first half, he just doesn't look impressive. He's making a lot of offensive penalties. He looks lost out there. He got it when Atlanta put their foot off the pedal and they was just running around.
Yep.
So I don't know. To me, he doesn't look like the offensive rookie of the year at all. Not even the best one in the class. We'll see. I'm still going with Ruggs and Edwards. But mostly Edwards, though, because he looks like a possession receiver who can really run routes. But Ruggs is fast, man. But we'll see.
He's better than Ruggs. But I will say this, and here's a little tidbit about the Eagles and Tito, since they're in our division. So far, total in 2 games, they have 178 rushing yards, all right? They're using 4 running backs, and if you want to include Carson Wentz, those 5 rushers, those are the 5 rushers that have accumulated that 178 yards. Their number 1 target is their tight end, Dallas Goedert. He has 17 targets, 12 catches. All right. The defense only has 4 sacks, and so you put that on top of Carson Wentz' bad play, and we look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not. It's a comment. You can't see the comments right now, but it's a comment about the NFC East. And it's funny because it's true. Like the NFC East is nothing to write home about. But all right, so our next segment is contender pretender. So it's 2. It's how many 2-0 teams is there? So you have the Cardinals, Seahawks, the Rams, the Bears, the Packers, the Ravens, the Steelers.
just go.
The Chiefs,
The
Raiders.
Just list the 2 and one by one.
Yeah,
and-
going down the list right there.
And that's it right there. That was all of them. 2-0.
Start
Yeah.
with 1.
Start the first one.
Oh, okay. And y'all got rapid fire. All right.
Yep.
All right.
5.
Arizona Cardinals.
Contenders.
Contender.
Seahawks.
Contender.
Contenders.
The Rams.
Contender.
Pretenders.
Why? Bing, bing, bing. Let's start right out. 1 minute. Why, Guru? Go.
No, I take that back.
Okay,
Contenders.
that's what I. That was sketchy. NFC North, the Chicago Bears,
Contenders.
Contender.
the Green Bay Packers.
Contender.
Contenders.
Okay, AFC North, the Ravens,
Contender.
Contenders.
the Steelers,
I'll say pretenders.
Pretenders.
Because I
Man,
Pretenders.
come on, they ain't play nobody yet.
Contenders. Contenders.
The Chiefs,
Contenders.
the Las Vegas Raiders.
Pretenders.
I'll do it for you, Raymir. I'll do it for you. Contenders. No, I say
No,
pretenders.
don't do it for me, 'cause
Pretenders.
you're gonna have to-
Wow, Pretenders. Ding, 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 ding. Tell me why. Tell me why y'all think they're Pretenders.
Okay, I'm just going to give you real brief. I'm going to give you 30 seconds.
I'll give you one name. Carr.
I'll give you that. That's good. But I'm going to say the Peace Bucks, Browns, Chargers. I need to see those 6 games to assess the Raiders.
All right.
And if they can
When we come out of that
they-
4-2,
3,
6-0, 4-2.
3-3.
You
Just
come
come
out
out of there
3-3.
3-3.
I'll give it to you. Yep. You come out 500 in the next 6 games.
The contenders, man. Just come out of it 3-3 in the next 6 games. That's it.
Man, the Raiders don't.
The one thing we forget, I think there's an extra playoff team this year.
Yep.
Yes, there
There's
is.
only one
Yep.
team that get a bye.
But do you agree, real quick? Do you agree, Raymir, real quick? I mean, 3-3 in these next 6, and then I'll move you up to contenders. Just 3.
Hey, yeah, that's cool. We'll take it. I think personally, we're gonna go 4-2,
Do you want to move it to 4?
3-3. Guru, your opinion means a lot. So if I get to 3-3,
Okay.
contenders. All right,
Now,
go ahead.
I'll give you, if you can win 2 against the right teams, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I think we have one
Okay.
automatically on Sunday. I don't
3.
think the Patriots have enough to beat us.
I don't care who you beat. Give me 3.
And
I do. I say quality over quantity.
Buffalo Bills.
Contender.
Pretenders.
Really?
Who have they played? The Jets and the Dolphins.
The Patriots
still
play
think they run
nobody.
the East, though.
2 teams that are 0-4 combined. And don't look like they're going anywhere anytime soon.
That's it. Okay, Guru. All right. Before we head out, oh no, we still got a few things. All right, we got your contenders. We're gonna. Good. I think those. Okay. As far as the Las Vegas Raiders and how you guys want to see we do in the next 6 games, because we have the hardest strength of schedule in the NFL. We'll see.
3-3.
Let's see. Okay. Let's go NFL power rankings. Top 5 team. David Voss, he hit me earlier. He was here earlier, but I think he might be asleep right now. But he wanted me to get in his top 5 teams. So I'm trying to go to the message to read it. But my computer is going real slow right now. But let me see. Let me read this. Let me read his top 5 real fast. I told him.
Breaking news: Miami won.
Oh, for real? What's the score?
112-109.
Dang, they about to do it. They are going to do it.
I did say that Miami. I said the Celtics might win. So if they get the sweep, the Guru's right
No,
again.
Raymir called sweep. There are no brooms. You're wrong.
You're right. Hold on. Where is this pics at? Instant Messenger. Okay, here we go. So, David, I don't know if you're watching, but I said I'll read your top 5 on the air. So, it's top 5 teams. His start 5. And I disagree with his number 5 team, but he got the Pittsburgh Steelers, 4 Seattle Seahawks, 3 the Packers, 2 Chiefs, 1 Ravens.
I agree with everything at number 5.
Yeah, I don't think the Steelers deserve to be
I
on
like
the top
the
5.
5.
But go ahead, Tito, you first.
All right. I won't put too much thought into this. It's only 2 games. I'll give you going from top to bottom. My number 1 team right now, Baltimore. My number 2 team is going to be Seattle. My number 3 team is going to be KC. My number 4 team is going to be Green Bay. And number 5, the Rams.
Guru.
All right, from top to bottom, I'm going to go Ravens, Chiefs, Green Bay, Seattle, Dallas.
Thank you. I would have hung up on him. But we still got viewers. You knew it was coming, Premier.
We're 1-1.
You knew it was coming.
2 close games.
You're better.
Heck nah, Guru.
You're better off
We only
saying
lost
the
to
Browns,
by
dude.
3 points, man, and we should have won that game, and we would have been easy 2-0. So
For
I
real,
don't think
Guru.
we're good enough. Yeah.
Man, you almost made me cut off the whole show, man. Almost just hit that stop button. Guru, you are one special guy, man. But let me get my
You
top.
woke up. I see you, David. You woke up, David.
Oh, he's back.
Come on, man.
Man, man, Guru, dude, you Cowboys fans are something else, man. But Guru,
I'm being objective too. I'm being really objective. If I didn't believe that they didn't belong in that list, I would not pick them. I would not pick them.
Dylon.
stop firing, cause I spit hot fire.
I'm serious, man.
David Voss says, if my grandma had balls, she would be my grandfather. My mom always told me, if ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk.
I'll be drunk.
But my top 5, I'm going to go with, and I hate to say number 1, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. They still haven't lost a game since they won the Super Bowl. So I'm going to go with them number 1, even though they didn't look impressive against the Chargers. But it's the Chargers. Patrick Mahomes seems like he can turn on whenever he wants to. Number 2, I'm going Baltimore Ravens. They look pretty good. We all know they look pretty good. The defense looks stingy. They look like they can punch in the mouth. Wouldn't want to walk in the dark alley with that team because they seem like some monsters. So shout out to them. They keep playing, but we will find out. These top 2 will be shaken up because they do play on Sunday. More on that on Friday. Monday. Yeah, Monday. Excuse me. Oh, prime time. Mwah, prime time. I might have to go to somebody's house because I need to screen with a bunch of people on that game. But anyway, number 3, I'm giving it to the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are playing pretty good. Aaron Rodgers, man, he's proven that the coaching staff and the GM not say they made a wrong decision, but they might have started counting him out early too fast. I don't want to get the anointment oils out and say he's an MVP. Shout out to Bill Parcells. That's where I got that from, Tony Romo. But the Packers been playing good. They got a running back, which they've been needing for the past couple of years. They've been having Aaron Jones for a few years now, but he's clicking on all cylinders. I think he's one of the top leading rushers in the league. Number 4. I'm going with the Rams. To me, Jared Goff is on fire. He's playing like how he's playing. He has a running game with him. His defense is fine. And number 5, I reluctantly didn't put the Las Vegas Raiders there. I was almost gonna do it, but I will temporarily drink the Kool-Aid and put the Seattle Seahawks up there. They're playing on offense great, but defense. Let's not act like they will not be in a like this if game, Guru, you play. If Cam Newton runs to the outside a little bit more, or if they play the fake, New England would have won that game. We would have talked about how New England's a top team. But they didn't. So Seahawks, I'll give it to the Seahawks. I got the Raiders at 6. The Raiders is coming. We will prove our worth starting Sunday in the next 6 games. I'm not afraid of these next 6 games. We take all of our players serious. You cut these guys in the chest, they all bleed. We're not scared of nothing because we bleed silver and black.
You will be in my top 5 if you beat the Patriots this coming week.
Cool. All right, so next segment, right or wrong, we're going to go off our NFL things that we said that we're right and some things that we're wrong. I'll go first. So I was right about the Raiders. I said I said the stuff about Drew Brees and him not having Michael Thomas. I don't want to call too much attention to it. And I also was right about Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. But one thing I was wrong on, and I will admit that I was totally wrong, and I missed this. And when I said, you guys were like, yeah, you was dogging that guy. And Leonard Fournette, I was wrong. I said he was gonna get no burn in Tampa Bay. I said he was not washed out, but he was like he was exposed, and he took a big STFU and told me to shut up, and he was bursting out. And to me, he played well enough to really.
It's just one game.
It's one game, but I said he had no games. I said he was done. And he went to the wrong team. He couldn't be used on that team. So I was wrong. He had 100+ yards in like less than 11 carries, a couple of touchdowns. And he looked it fast, man. I be forgetting how fast he is. Like, the last time I seen him run like that, he had number 7 on his chest at LSU.
Yeah.
Tito, I'm going to save Guru for last, but Tito, anything you're right or wrong about?
I think I was right that Dallas is garbage. I mean, I don't see them as elite at the moment. I'm sorry, Guru, but they could have very well. They're not playing as you're saying as Super Bowl or bust. I think I was right on that, but that there is Dallas hate running in my veins. Wrong. I mean, I was wrong on my picks. I think I know we'll probably go over them on Friday. I think I finished at 13-3 again, and I think Thursdays. I guess maybe we close out the show with picking this Thursday game, even though it's going to be another boo-boo game. Should have been in London, yeah. I mean, Thursdays I'm not having any luck. I mean, Guru, wanted to spark the challenge, and I think I had called Dallas first, and then we said let's just go. I mean, Atlanta, I lost that one, and then I lost Washington. I mean, Arizona definitely went out there and put a smacking on Washington. The defense still, it took them a while. Like, for whatever reason, I guess they just like taking the first half off because they don't score any points in the first half, and they kind of make it interesting in the second half. Maybe they need that pep talk, to kind of wake up. But I guess I'm wrong on Washington. I mean, we're at least right. I started off the season saying they weren't going to be very good. Then they came out, and I mean, Philly showed us that they're not a contender. They showed us that they're a pretender, and that's where we're at, man.
All right, cool. Guru, where were you right? Where Guru was wrong?
Well, where I was right was with Cam Newton. I said during the preseason I wouldn't talk to anyone unless they gave me $20 million up front. I said that whoever signed him, that he was going to be able to lift him. He's in New England, and look what he's doing. He's doing exactly what I said, because I said he's only 31 years old. He said he wasn't injured anymore, and he was. And look, he's showing what he's doing. Where I was wrong at was with Derek Carr. The jury's still out. Again, like I said, I'm giving him a 6-game window here. But I was wrong. He played really efficient. Got the ball out, was precise, used his legs. Was playing with a lot of zest, and something that I haven't seen. I've seen a spark in his eye, and hopefully that can continue for him. The challenge is certainly ahead, and the skeptics are still out there. So, but I was wrong about him. He played really. I thought I wouldn't say that.
Cool. All right. So here we go. Here goes the stats for last week. Let's go to the comments real fast. Jose said Cam was awesome except for trying to go up and over at the 4-yard line. Yeah, he was tripping. Dallas. Yeah, I think David Voss is talking about your number 5 pick, Dallas. Yeah, he's tripping. Marcus says all these dang football topics, thumbs down. Marcus is a basketball guy. Marcus, we get you some more basketball topics, but the season is ended. It's like we can't. There's not much we can talk about. It's only 4 teams in it right now. What can we do? And we come on before the game starts. What else? Goff is good when he's on. David said he told me that he put his money on the Raiders, and he got paid. Cam is not a
Oh,
winner.
cool,
He
man.
just ain't. I don't know. Cam Newton is a winner. I think anybody that goes to the Super Bowl and plays pretty good for the majority of his career, I do think they're a winner. I think Cam.
He's won his whole life at every level.
I think the only time that Cam Newton might lose is Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders, and I think they might come out the NFC East if they get them a new vertical threat like AB or somebody else like that in New England. They'd be good. Julian Edelman looks like a new guy. Okay, so Guru. All right, I'm gonna put our stats on here. Boom. So for picking the games right now, Guru, you went 7-9 last week, so you were at 17-25. I went 10-6 again, so I'm at 20-12. And Tito, what do you call yourself, Tito? The pick Matt. What do you call yourself?
You call me whatever you want to call me, man.
Tito the Bandito.
Man, he went 13-3 again.
So what's his record?
26-6.
We gotta walk him down, man.
Man,
I know. Hey, I think I'm gonna start. You know, if there's any betters, I should start putting money on this stuff, man. I'm sure it's different if we were to take the lines into account. You know, if we were to play by spreads or anything like that. This is a straight pick 'em. But obviously we'll give. You know, if that's what the fans want, I have no problem. I don't bet. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big gambler. I like gambling with life, but not money. What?
What? That's raw dog? No. My bad. I shouldn't have said that. You know me.
But nah. I mean, it's early in the season, guys. It's early in the season.
Don't be modest. You're kicking our butts.
It's all right. Yeah. No, it's week 2. It's like,
off the phone.
I feel him though. It's early. Like we can't pull out the Norman Oil for Russell Wilson as MVP yet. It's early in the season. I mean, he's a good player, but it's too early for anything to be called right now.
I can be Atlanta, dude. I can be Atlanta and choke.
Hopefully. All right. So our first pick'em is tomorrow's exciting game between. Man, Thursday Night Football be giving us straight trash. Let's just say that. It's trash. Not say it's trash, but
it wouldn't be if Tua started.
So it's Miami
It wouldn't be if Tua
versus Jacksonville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you guys have? This is our first pick.
I have Jacksonville.
I have Jacksonville.
I have Jacksonville. All right.
No, I don't know what the hell Miami's doing. I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville. I think I don't know. Minshew he shows true grit, and you gotta until he doesn't show that, I'm not going against him. All right, Guru. Any last words?
Yes. The last words is it was an exciting week of football. Exciting week of sports. Look forward to bringing fans out there some more basketball for you, Sheriff, and look forward to making some great picks next week.
Tito.
Yeah.
Wait, Juan. For some reason, your mic kind of went down.
Yo, is that better?
Go ahead. Yeah, that's better.
Hello. Yep, better. Cool. So, just thanks to everybody watching. You know, as always, hopefully I can continue my hot streak with picking the games on Friday. I watch a lot of sports, everything and anything. I mean, hockey, tennis that just finished last weekend. Golf, let's do it. NASCAR, you guys want to talk NASCAR? Let's do it. Soccer, we'll talk everything, man. But thanks to everybody watching. But yeah, this is fun, man.
Yeah, cool, man. Thanks to everybody. Shout out Jose, of course, David Voss, Marcus. I see you,
Jose, David.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. Everybody, stay safe. Yeah, sports is back, man. We'll divvy it up some more. I think we need to do some more days and make longer days and shoot earlier. But we got jobs, so it makes it kind of difficult. But other than that, thanks for sticking with us. We see you back on Friday where we have we're gonna give our MMA picks. I think Chuck is coming back on. He's gonna go head to head with Tito again. I think who won last time? I think you edged him out in a main event.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
He did. He went 5. Yeah, he went 5 for 5. I went 4 for 5. We had I had Masvidal. He had Usman.
Yeah.
That was time. So I went with the heart, with the gut pick. Which I have a tendency of doing sometimes. But hey, the motto. If people don't know my motto, if people don't know,
Tell them
the
again.
show's motto, go for
Go
broke.
for broke.
Go for broke.
Yeah, Jorge didn't do that, but all right, everybody. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all Friday. Let me play this outro real fast. Whoopsies, almost forgot we had one. All right, we'll see y'all. Peace out.
Cowboys victory.